two champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll begin by running the option. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. McLeod to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Second and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. And the grab by Croft. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Here we go, here we go.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
11.
Garoppolo. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A fake the give to Sanders, now Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Of everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The kick by Gould is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Hurts going to keep it again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Finding Gray going across the field. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
McCaffrey running up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 44, Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their mind. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up the 3rd down.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling. And
look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So the victory here for San Francisco.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shop it. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Nelson Brown in motion right. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the end around, here comes Smith. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 19. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll run with Sanders. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. We're scoreless after 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 66 yards for it on the ground. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up pop.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
On the stick.
The man in motion is Brown. Up the middle they go with Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Look at this, a tight end carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
11.
Third down. Here's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to the second level because sometimes you'll break.
Rush coming, and he he's taken down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 21.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. No gain, quarterback sneak, no gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. Going with their tight end on 4th. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go, here we go, here
We
we go.
need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now Garoppolo.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but
and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Obviously, Charles, this was